Yeah, so here we are. I'm St. John, the Revelator. This is Nu News Now. I'm going to welcome you guys to the weekend update. We're going to break down some stuff. We're going to get into the fake news. I'm going to discuss some of the things that's going on. We're going to get into the weather modifications for the weekend. You guys aren't going to see me again until Monday, so I want to get in some stuff before the next broadcast so you guys can be prepared, okay? We're talking about fake news. You know, like, I want you guys to post any kind of links that you have underneath this broadcast that relates to this story so that I can check into it and do some investigating. I want to make sure that we're all on track with what has to go on next with this stuff, guys. All right, so let's work together to end slavery. Let's work together to stay informed. So welcome. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for checking in with me. How about you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and make some kind of comment. Let me know that you're here, okay? I'm going to try to make this broadcast in less than 15 minutes or so, and I'm going to do this 2-3 times a week so you guys can know what's going on in the world. I think it's extremely important. So let's jump right into this stuff. There's a verdict that was in with this here. They got live reactions in the courtrooms, blah blah blah. But as you can see, they're focusing a lot on the storm systems, and we're going to get into that. So going on down here, she was found guilty of murdering several babies on neonatal unit. That's kind of like a really big story. I don't know exactly what's going on with that, but it's unreal that's going on. So they're telling you your bills are going to go up. It's time to go off grid. Start getting your stuff together with that. So not a lot of propaganda, but a lot of distractions in that particular website. So we're going to go right on to this one. Now this one here is loaded with propaganda. And I know you guys can't really see it, but I'm going to explain it to you, okay? So we're going to get into exactly what is going on with this story during the weather report. So I'm not even going to mention that. I'm not going to talk about that. But this one here I want you to pay a little bit more closer attention to with the article regarding Maui. Notice in this particular shot that there's buildings that aren't on fire and the mountainside with fires going on. So they want you to really believe that this is like something that has, occurred out of reach of many properties, and then all of a sudden, it turned into this firestorm, this firenado. But that's not what happened, and we all know that. So there's a lot of propaganda in here. I don't really... Look, they're saying, here why Hurricane Hilary is the first storm of its kind since 1939. It rhymes. I'm surprised they don't have songs about it. Okay? This is scary stuff. And then the drone strikes. Okay, so CNN covers that. We got Fox, ticking time bombs, blue versus red. Distraction, divide and conquer, right? Brother and sister duo exposed links between Hunter's firm and Biden's VP office. Okay, all distractions. I don't even think there's going to be an election. We're going to talk about that too in future episodes, so stay tuned. Routers. What do we got going on with routers? Narcos, bankruptcy protections, blah, blah, blah. Canada's fires spark new evacuations. Here we go. There's more weather weapons being used in the Canada area, so we'll check on that. And that's pretty much it. Distraction. Associated Press, more distraction. Look, it looks like the same exact as the other ones. This is so mainstream, guys. Why is it so coincidentally that all these things are, what the world wants to hear about? I don't want to hear about these things. I actually want to hear about solutions. So let's go over here to my good friend Afix, the assistant producer, lead producer, and I was the assistant producer for Mark Passio's show, What on Earth is Happening? Let's get into that. I think we're maxing out all our systems here. Okay, so you see what's going on with Afix's news report. We've got British nurse found guilty, blah, blah, blah. There is one in here that I wanted to go to. Here it is. Drone attack hits building. Okay. Looks like the Pentagon almost. Looks like those photos. But, that wasn't a drone. So, let's see what else we got here. Hawaii Mile. Oh, yeah. So, this is the other story I wanted to bring up. We got a resignation on deck here. So, let's go ahead and zoom in on this article so we can see what's going on here. It says, Hawaii wildfires, Maui emergency chief quits after sirens of criticism. So, the sirens of criticism come because he didn't press the button to sound the alarm for these people to get out in time. And that's the news, guys. We'll go over here to real news. This isn't too bad. There's usually some alternative. But pay close attention here when you see these videos. That you'll notice that the lines in the street and the umbrellas on the back decks and stuff, none of that stuff burnt. But look at these cars. Look at these tires. Now, I don't know about you, but have you ever lit a tire on fire? I have. It takes days for it to go out. Yet these tires all burned within a matter of, less than 24 hours. It was all done and over with. I've never seen a fire that was started so fast and ended so quickly and destroyed so much. I've never seen anything like that before. So you guys know what's going on here. We're going to get right into it. Let's get over here. That's the news, guys. Unfortunately, it's not accurate. It's not relevant. But this is definitely accurate, and this is definitely relevant. So let's get into this, because this is like one of the most important things that I could show you guys when it comes to what I'm doing here. And I'm going to try to forecast. The weather based on what we're going to look at next. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it totally accurately, but I'm going to give it my best shot. If you guys got any comments on this, or you got anything you want to add to it, please do so in the comments. I will be responding to any comments I've received. Block. I don't want you knowing my location. All right, so we've got some bad spots here, guys. This right here, this whole event has happened within 24 hours of this smoke coming out here into the Pacific Ocean. This is very dangerous because these particles can be utilized in weather manipulation tactics. So I'm going to say this, and I'm just going to make a prediction based on what we look at with these models in the next couple of websites. But the hurricane itself is going to come right up here in the middle, and it's going to strike this area here. Now, this is what's causing it. We've got unhealthy 278. I checked it an hour ago. It was 250 something. It's up to 278. It's purple, guys. We don't usually have purples. So this is like insane. And you go a little further north, that one's 230. It's bad. It's really bad. And then we zoom in, right? And we can see what's causing some of them, right? We got fires. Are you surprised? I'm not. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. We're going to look. This one here is 486 acres. 3 o'clock a.m. East Pacific time. Right? So here's where this one's all coming from. Let's look at these fires, guys, because this is what's important right here. 500 acres. The pilot fire. What a name. Let's use the pilot program. All right. I get you. I'm with you. And we got this other one here. This is the Coral fire. Right? 476 acres. And I would love to see any kind of footage out there or links to any footage out there where you could see what's going on here and how this originated. And boom, it's out there, guys. Let's zoom in on some of these other ones here because there are a few more. Look, you got all these other ones over here. Man, this is 35 acres, guys. The holiday. They're celebrating. It's the holiday fire. It's Labor Day weekend. Work for this. This is your tax dollars at work. Okay? Your tax dollars at work. Look, is there a fire in the middle of the ocean? I don't understand this. Marlow, maybe that's an island. Okay, 200 acres. Set that whole entire region. Look at all these purples, guys. This is scary, man. Very scary stuff. All right, so let's see what this one is. This one here is probably, I don't know why. Oh, yeah, I knew it was going to be big. Look, 34,000 acres at the flat fire. Because this is what's going to happen. This whole area right here, let's see, where are we at? This whole entire area right here is going to be flattened. All this is getting hit. This whole region. So let's jump over to the weather maps. All right, one more time. We're going to, no, we don't want that one. That's crap. Here's the pollen one, though. Real quick for my pollen sufferers. We've got, it moved. It's not just over here in this region here, but now it's precipitated across the Midwest, okay? The high levels of pollen. So people that have issues with pollen, I get it, guys. I'm there with you. Let's work on, avoiding those areas. But look, that was amazing, those fires, man. Let's go to this one. All right, so this is the one where we're going to actually see some stuff going on here, right? So look at these developments here, right? You got these fires burning that we pointed out, right? You've got all this smoke over here coming out, right? We've seen the smoke map. It's all just sitting out in the Pacific, and it's being pushed out that way. This is a whole entire mixture of heavy pressure pushing all this air and smoke. So there's a lot going on here, guys. All right, let's go with regional sectors. So where's that fire coming from? Oh, it must be this island right here. No, it's not going to be. It's going to be another island. But look at this, guys. Look at the way these clouds are just swarming. And this thing just turning in the distance. Man, let's go back. Continental sections. Let's do this one. All right, so we can see the storm in the bottom left-hand corner of this map. Perfect. The storm is just flattening and just spinning and spinning. Category 4. There's some discrepancy. Some people that study this information on the level that I do think that this is going to be evaporated and dissipated like Fernando the other day, right as it's reaching that region. But I got news for you guys. They torching 35,000 acres and 6,000 acres and 2,000 acres and 1,000 acres, and they got the island on fire out in the middle. So all these particles are going up, and then they do the cloud seeding operations, which I showed you in the other broadcast the other day, and you're going to see what comes after. It's going to be bad, guys. It's going to be real bad. So let's go over here, and let's just see, not ozone. We want to do long wave, right? But we also want to back it out. So let's go to global sectors. Let's go with the entire region here. Okay, so we got Man, there's all that seeding and smoke and stuff that was going on up here in the Illinois area still has a major impact and effect on this storm system that's blowing up through here. So I'm going to warn my Canadian residents that those fires you guys got going on, this isn't coming to put those fires out. This is actually coming to blow those fires up. Now look at this down here in the southern region of the United States. Look at this whole entire it just got, over like a 4-hour time period. All this cover and debris just showed up here. So this is going to be fueled by more systems coming through, and this is heading your way towards Canada and like this is what's going on, guys. Now there are also in the southeast region, there is a system developing right here off of the coast that could be potentially hazardous towards the mid-Atlantic regions, and maybe even as far up as our old Sandro Hook in New York and Maine and Vermont and all these areas. You guys could be looking at some serious storm systems. I mean, this is going to be one storm system after another until these people have accomplished their goals. But you can see these storm systems. We spoke about them in the first broadcast a little bit. I skipped over them, but you've seen the one Greg is still out there, turning. It's not that big of a deal. But this one here was totally like evaporated. It's nothing. It's going to turn into a depression or whatever they call that. But this is coming right up in here, guys. And this is without me even looking. I told you those exact regions, right where those like if you put those two maps, let's go back, put those two maps together right here. You can clearly see that the fork of where this smoke is coming from, right? The fork of this smoke activity is exactly in alignment with the storm. Call me crazy. I don't know. Let's look at the patterns. Let's see how it's developing. It's scary, guys. It's scary. It's scary stuff. Scary stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Have a plan. Have a plan. I can't. I just can't. We got to get out of here. Let me get over to this. There was a couple earthquakes. We're going to do that real quick. USGS is reporting. All right. So you can see that there was a couple of earthquakes, right? This is the big one here, though. This just happened, 4.1. Okay. Then we had one out here. That was a 4, right? But the big ones that we were looking at were down here in Colombia. A lot of activity here. 5.0. That's pretty heavy. There was another one on here. It looks like, oh yeah, okay. I knew that there was another one. I saw it. All right, let's back up. Let's click on the other one because the other one's even bigger, I'm pretty sure. If it'll let me. There it is. This one here was a 6.3. This one was a 6.3, and that just occurred yesterday in the afternoon. Let's see, did Dutch say anything about anything? We should look, right? What do we got? 1 day ago. Talks about the fires in the north. But yeah, we're all on it. We're all on it, Dutch. We're all on it, Dutch. We're all on it. Here it is. I'm still getting used to some of these commands, guys. Bear with me. We do have 3404 coming around, getting ready to face us. Got to watch out, see if there's any ejections from that one. 3405, 3411. They're all on the way. That'll all happen over the next couple of days. So let's keep an eye out. Make sure that there's no CMEs, no X class, no C class. Scary stuff, right? All right, so let's get right over here. Window. Have a plan. Make sure you have a plan. That's my advice. Okay? And if you get into a situation where something happens to you, rely on your skills and your network. Okay? Make sure you prepare yourself for natural disasters. Make sure you prepare yourself for catastrophes. Okay? If you live in the southeast region of the United States, or the Midwest region of the United States, or the Northeast region of the United States, you can call on us. We are perseverance.tech. Solutions. So as these natural disasters occur throughout the regions, I try to do my part. I'm involved with Bob Akoff. We operate something called perseverance.tech, and we utilize all of our experience and years of experience for Bobby, a couple years for me, when it comes to, disposal of waste, debris. Maybe some type of storm came through and wiped out some trees, or you have lots of extra debris on your property, or you need something, removed, and you're not sure how to do it. Like, we give out advice, we give out free estimates, and we provide expert services. We work for realtors, banks, REO property owners, private owners. We do all kinds of clean out and trash out services. But the one that I want to focus on right here is we also provide this service here, which is like really important when you have a hole in your roof. To prevent any further damage, you need to have your roof tarped immediately. And I'll show you how we do that real quick. Take a look at our commercial. All right, guys, so that's the report. I want you guys to go back and rewatch the funnel of smoke. I want investigations. If you're in the areas over there, investigate how these fires started, what's going on. 35,000 acre. Are you kidding me? Like, this is cloud seeding 101 using this smoke, guys. Cloud seeding 101. It's why everything looks the way it does. We had, in the one news clip, you guys missed it, there's wildfires in Spain. There's wildfires in the UK. There's, flooding in all over the place. This is what they're doing to us. This is your tax dollars at work. This is your government, your elected officials. Have a plan, guys. Have a plan. Network with others. Work to get away from the system and have a plan. Treason. Let that shit happen here. You don't press the alarm. Let that happen here and see what happens. That's treason. Somebody should be dragging him out and hanging him. I don't care what my uppers said. I'm pressing the button. People need to get out of their houses and get to safety. Not to mention it should have never even happened. So let's work on strategies to prevent that. I want to see likes. I want to see comments. I want to see shares. I got a couple new subscribers. This format must be working. You people are starting to listen. I need you to listen. We need to get this right, guys. But other than all that, I want you to enjoy your holiday weekend. Be safe. Oh, wait, it's not the holiday. That's next weekend. Oh, I can't wait to see how they're going to be hitting us up. They're going to be hitting us up, guys. I want to thank you guys for coming out and watching something a little different, a little more alternative. This weekend, if you're in the area, Tarpon Springs, I'm going to be there with Corey Enderlot from Nita.1. Going to be interviewing people on the street. We're going to be finding out who knows what, why, and how.
And we utilize
they're going to be the who
experience.
So
and years and years.
Looking forward to that, guys.
A couple years for me when it comes to.
And hopefully, I'll have an update for you about that. And I'll have weather, crime, war maps, everything on tap. Everything's coming. It's for you. So tell your friends.